Hello everybody, welcome back to StarGirl Beauty channel. Today, guess what? Today I have another foundation first impression. I tried on the camera with you. Now I understand not everybody wants to spend $40 on a bottle of foundation, and so the other day I found another thing from the drugstore and it's from Maybelline. I mean, I myself really like Maybelline and L'Oreal. Those are the two big brands in the drugstore that I like their stuff, you know. And I believe this one is new. Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. It should be a new product, this one. I hope the camera is focusing for you. I don't know if it's too close, too far away, but anyway, I wanted to try on this one because this one looks really interesting to me. You know, we're really serious about skincare. It's putting in hyaluronic acid and collagen. You know, these are really hydrating ingredients and very good for anti-aging collagen, right? So I thought it's great. All right, so let's go. So I will get rid of my hair, get it out of the way, and then I already wet my sponge again. So I already apply, as usual, I apply my VDL primer plus my professional. This is just like kind of standard for me recently. So those are the two things that I always do before my foundation. But today I did put on SPF. That is very important. All right, so let's see. Oh, it is sealed. There was a thing there, right? So this is just another pump application that I like. So we're gonna try. Actually pretty good. I only have to pump it a few times. Again, this shade is vanilla. So let's see. I think the coverage is not as good as the ABH that I tried last week. Right, let's put a little bit more on. I already put quite a bit on actually, more than I normally would. All right, a bit more around my nose, just a little bit, because I would still put on concealer. So second layer going in. Okay, so I blended out the and all of them, and then I think it's okay. Yeah, I think after the second layer, I feel that the coverage is pretty good. So it's definitely very buildable. These, okay, so it's a very buildable foundation. I like it, and so now let's just wait for it to set a bit. Alright, so while I was waiting for it to set, I picked up some of the very older foundation. Like this Maybelline Fit Me, I was in 115 Ivory shade. And then the Dream Age Rewind Eraser, like this kind, I am in two different shades. Okay, this is Buff Beige 130 and this is 190 Nude. So these are definitely now too dark for me. And then I also have the Better Skin. A couple years ago they came out, and then I have the shade 10 and 20. Classic Ivory and the Porcelain. So, well, clearly, every time they come up with new foundation, they don't even use the same system now. Is that true? And then I have this Dream Velvet. 3 of these, I have 5, 10, and 20. You know, basically, I usually get more just to mix them up because I really don't know the shape. Let's go through the information for you. It is all right. So as you can see, the bottle again is very standard that they give you 1 fluid ounce of the product in here, and then the price is, you're going to be very happy, $12.99. The price is $12.99, And so maybe you can get a little bit cheaper at Walmart. If you go to Walmart, maybe it's like about $10. So great price point. In terms of packaging, there is no box, of course, and then I like it because this one, they come with a little plastic here to seal the bottle, you know, like, so you know when you buy it in the store, it is sealed. Nobody has like pump it out and try to swatch it or whatsoever. So the bottle is sealed when it's brand new, so that is very good. We have a peace of mind with that. And also, again, and I think it's really nowadays a lot of people are doing pump application, which is really very standard. This bottle is not my favorite. I really like square bottle. I told you guys before, but this is round. But it's, again, even though it is round, it's okay, not very bulky. It's still very sleek, very slim, so it's okay packaging wise. How about, does it smell anything? The scent? Okay, so there is no smell at all, no scent, so that is very good. No scent, and the shade is also actually really not bad. 20 shades, it comes with 20 shades for you to choose on. And then right now I use my beauty blender, but I really think beauty blender is really good. Remember, when I first started my channel, I used my brush, my It Cosmetic brush, but I really think now that I told you guys the reason I switched to a beauty blender, it's because I want to use up more product. So even if I use a lot more product, but when I use the sponge, it can actually thin it out. So that's why I'm sticking with this. But I'm sure it's up to you. You can use a brush too. Hand, not so much because it's rather thick when I first put on here. I don't think you can use your hand to blend it. So either a brush or a sponge, that's it. And there is no oxidation as much as, like, so far that I've been talking, you know, quite a few minutes now, I went away to take out my old stuff, so no oxidation. And the coverage, it says that the foundation, when you go online, it tells you that they said that it claims it is a medium coverage. And I really think it is. It's okay, it's medium. I think the ABH has a little bit better coverage, but this one, nevertheless, it's also medium. So I agree with that. And then, like I said, the most interesting thing for me in this foundation is because the ingredient, they put in hyaluronic acid and they put in collagen in here. That's why they said that it is going to give you a lot of hydration. Even over 12 hours is still hydrating for you. And that's why when you are hydrating, you're going to get the radiant look on your face, and that's why it's called Radiant Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. So far, I don't see any separation. Very, yeah, I actually think that nowadays the drugstore product, it's just really very up to standard. So I don't believe I will find any, you know, like settling, clumping up and all those things. All right, so I am back with, I put on more makeup. I will put on my my concealer. I put on, but what happened to the blush? I don't have any blush on there. I did put it on, but I don't know what happened. So let's put some more blush on, shall we? This is a Sephora Ombre Obsession. I think I showed you guys before on my Christmas video, because this is a very beautiful palette. Look at all those colors that you have, a lot of color that you may want in your blush palette. And again, some of them have highlight too. So let's just try to put something on there because I don't have much color on. Okay, sorry, this is a foundation review, so let's keep going. So there is no settling, no cakeiness. And is it transfer? How about the moving around? I was using my NYX powder here, so there is no color, translucent powder. So really the only color covering you're seeing is straight just from the foundation itself. And when I do this is really no transferring. I can't see anything on my napkins here, so that's very good too. It is a very comfortable wear. I would say that it says that it is a lightweight hydrating foundation, and I have to agree with that too. It's actually rather lightweight. Yes, and then now it's already like it sets, and then it's good to normal to dry skin. So if you have oily skin, Actually, I think even if you have oily skin, you might be able to get away with just use a good primer. Becca has a primer that is really good. I forgot about the name. Maybe I'll put it in the description box later on. And it is just helps you become so matte and controlling your oil, and it is so good. And so if you have that kind of primer, I'm sure you can go with this foundation. Doesn't mean that you can't use it. You just need some help with a good oil controlling barrier, which is a good primer. So I still think that this is really good for all skin, even though it says it's good for normal to dry. And then it says it delivers instant radiance glow. Is it that radiant? It's that I don't see any glow. Is that radiant? Maybe because of my skin issue, I don't see that radiant. I think in terms of radiancy, I don't know if there's a word. In terms of the radiant level, I think the Anastasia Beverly Hills gives a little bit more luminous look rather than this one. But anyway, so I did put on my primer. Oftentimes I will still use primer, and like I say to you guys, whether or not you like the foundation, I think you always should put in your primer. It's just whether you need the primer's help to get to work or whether it's protecting your skin whatsoever. I think primer is quite necessary. Primer. Powder, I actually don't really need any powder, but I just put it on to put on my blush. But I don't think you need any powder with this. Unless you have oily skin, then you can use the Becca Perfecting some oil control primer plus the setting powder. Otherwise it's okay. And it does not emphasize my line or any blemishes. Yeah, I think it looks all right. It's okay. It's a pretty good foundation. Now, is it long lasting? Again, I wouldn't know. Not too dry, not too dewy. Again, it's the kind of foundation that I would like. It's kind of sit in the middle. And the problem is there is no SPF, but so is a lot of foundation. They just don't come with SPF, you know. It says that it does not clog pores, so that is good. But I would think a lot of products these days really shouldn't be clogging our pores, right? Otherwise we would just use one or twice and then we just can't wait to throw it out, you know, like first thing we do is throw it out. But again, I think the reason that I would highly recommend this foundation mainly it's because of the ingredient. If you were looking for a drugstore foundation that also has some skincare benefits, and I think this is good, like because it has hyaluronic acid and then it can like gives you hydration where you need it throughout the day, and it also has the collagen. So I think it looks okay with the foundation so far throughout my whole video. Now that we are at the end, you can see how it's performing still. I know it's like within the 10 minutes time, it's still short, but so far I think it's okay. I'll continue also to use it, but I think if I have to compare, just because I did two foundations so close together. So I was saying if I have to compare these two, but why am I comparing these two? I don't think they are dupe, but just because I used this one very recently and then I tried this one on. I think I myself will like the Anastasia a little bit better just because I think it gives me a more radiant, more luminous look really. But I think in terms of the application, the wearing, they're the same. Exactly the same. I just like the look a little bit more, but I don't like the price. Of course, the price is way better. You know, it's like $12.99 versus $38 plus tax. Anything that they could improve it, I think they could put in FPF. I would be very happy. You know, if this one should put in FPF because they did that in their previous product, so it shouldn't be strange to them. So then I would be very, very happy with it. But other than that, I think this one I would still give it a 4-star out of 5 foundation, provided it is from the drugstore at this price range. It looks okay, it's very comfortable, it's really lightweight, and if it really it's a long time throughout the day, it really delivers the hydration that it says, then it is a thumbs up. Then I'll be very happy. You know, I'm just trusting them since they were having the hyaluronic acid and the collagen. I'm believing in the foundation. It's also delivering the skincare benefits that I am looking for. All right. Okay, so there you have it. This is the first impression of my Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. I think you also should check it out. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I hope you will find this video helpful, somewhat informative to you when you go look for it. And don't forget to be the star of the show, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you very much.